Namaste. Welcome to the Sundar Button Hunting Reserve. My name is Asmita Gurung. I work for the reserve as one of the conservation officers. Tourists come to Nepal from all over the world for the unique trophies you can hunt here, the Nor and the Tar. We use that foreign income to support our economy and our wildlife conservation programs, especially for endangered species. Protecting both fauna and flora in our beautiful country is something that is very dear to the hearts of Nepali people. Is this your first time here? Then I hope it will be an unforgettable assignment for you. Khana khayo? Oh, it means have you eaten? That's usually the first thing a Nepali person will say after meeting you. It's basically a greeting. I know you've been on the road for a long time to get here all the way from Kathmandu, so I'd be starving if I were you. In rural areas of Nepal, you don't see a lot of hotels, but rather something called homestays. People offer travelers food and a place to stay for a fee. I have a homestay myself, and you're more than welcome to come over. It's a great way to discover another culture on a more personal level. don't you think? My house is in a small village called Lek Banjang in the hilly region. There, I've just sent you the location. Hilly region. Oh, right. You know hill means something different in Nepal. Any mountain that has trees on it, we call it a hill. If not, it's a mountain. In Pahad, as we also call it, the mountains can be up to 3,000 meters high, and generally they don't have a lot of snow. But we also have valleys, meadows, plains. Further up north, that's where you'll find the very high mountains that we're maybe more famous for, the Himalayas, but we just say the Himal region. And if you go south, you'll notice the plains are completely different in everything: climate, vegetation, and wildlife. In a way, Sundarban is like a mini version of Nepal. Our country is made up of very different landscapes and a lot of different cultures and languages. Yeah, that's my village. In Nepal, we're usually very laid back. So once you've found my house, just go in and get some rest if you need to. By the way, I cooked some sel roti before I left this morning, just in case. It's a traditional delicacy made with rice flour. Help yourself. You're welcome. Feel free to take a couple more for the road, alright? If you plan on trekking for hours on your own out there, you'll need some food. If you're ready, let's get started with your first assignment. Head south to the nearest lookout tower, and I'll fill you in on the way. Your timing couldn't be better, because we have a so-called problem tiger at the moment. We're currently gathering reports about the severity of the situation and cross-referencing our monitoring data with any footage from the camera traps. But we also need an expert tracker on the ground to help us locate that tiger and find out the reason for its unusual behavior. As you know, hunting is illegal here, except in the hunting reserves. There's only one other in the whole country, called Dorbatan. Sundarbatan is the more recent of the two. When they established this reserve, the government's goal was not only to develop hunting tourism, but also to fund our wildlife conservation strategy, with a special focus on threatened species. You must have heard of the mysterious snow leopard and the Bengal tiger. But we also monitor a lot of others, vulnerable or not. Wild yak, barasingha, Tibetan fox. Thanks to our efforts in the last 20 years, tiger populations are recovering rather well. But the flip side is, there are also more and more human-wildlife conflicts. The reserve would be too large for only one warden, so we have a small team. Each of us is in charge of the region they live in and know best. Bahar, in my case. It's not the first time we've had a temporary contractor coming from abroad to work with us. Usually they're experts in a particular field. But you seem to be special. It's not just your track record as an ethical hunter, which is of course required here as well, but also for your hard skills in tracking, spotting, and harvesting. call that region Terai, or the Southern Plains. It's very different from the rest of Nepal. It's a tropical climate with swamps and grasslands, similar to parts of northern India. Most people in Terai have a farm or livestock, but it can be tough to make a decent living there. Before we send you into tiger territory, can I ask you to make one ethical kill and harvest? Check the details on your hunter mate. We carefully screen all contractors to check both their hunting skill level and their ethics. I'm sure you understand why we want to make sure you can choose the right specimen and land an ethical shot. In Buddhism, all living beings are seen as equal. It's a principle that commands to not harm or kill without purpose. It doesn't mean that you can never hunt or kill, but you should never cause any unnecessary suffering. That's why even foreign tourists get a limited number of hunting tickets and a designated hunting block when they come here. You know, some of these animals have lived in Terai much longer than humans. For example, the tiger. So they are a valuable part of this world, just like us.